allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming. First item of business is approval of the September 18th study session minutes.
Motion approved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next up, Board of Aldermen will approve the payment of bills that are due for each fund.
Move to approve. Second.
Any discussion?
Yeah, we're adding this invoice, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, so let me add the 18,000 for the readings. Is there a motion to approve?
Yeah, you got approval in a second.
Okay, well, just making sure that was clear. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next, public comments. Rocking. Next up, discussing consideration and possible action regarding the donation of the police vehicle. Chief, you want
The car that was surplus before I started here has been sitting out there for, I don't know how long, at least 2.5 years because I've been here. It'll barely pull itself. We've been dragging it up to the church on Sundays for security, and about half the time the officers forget to do it, but the church wants for security. They'd approached me about buying it, but $300 or $400, I want to make or propose that we just donate it to the, I don't know if it's how he wanted to do it, if it's just one church or Ministerial Alliance or what, but
There's 3 churches right there.
all 3 churches benefit from it sitting there for security and on Sundays.
Ministerial Alliance?
I
Make it kind of a
I would say if we donate to them, it could be used for all 3, or
Right.
technically all 3 would own it, but it's of no value to us here.
You didn't happen to, I forgot to ask you, but you didn't have to have the mechanic look at that, did you? The engine?
I did not have a look at it. It sounds like a diesel and it's not a diesel. I know that.
It was knocking?
Yeah, bad. And it died on us twice going from our building to the tracks to do the parade the other day. I don't think it'd be worth the money, any kind of money putting into it.
Do we leave all the decals and everything on it? That's
We're taking Buckner off, but they can have police if they want. We're gonna take Buckner off and we're taking all our equipment out of it.
Light bar.
Yeah.
Okay. That was my question.
Yeah, most everything's already stripped out. I think the only thing they would get is the spotlight and then the police on it.
Motion approved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next up, discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding a dangerous building. I think the car wash over on Central, there was a question. One of the things that came up was, I know that homeless folks were kind of using it as alternative shelter. The question we have is, it's going to cost us probably $300 to $500 to get the inspector to come out and officially look at it. And looking at it, it may not be, I mean, it's an eyesore, but it might be better to go after it from a codes violation than a dangerous building, because I'm not sure that it's going to fail the test as a dangerous building. So they might be better suited to see which aspects of the code it violates. I mean, there's weeds and trees, and
Yeah.
it's grown up and it is an eyesore, but
Doesn't have grass, so you can't go for grass. It's all paved. Have they got any code violations before yet? Have we talked to the owners?
Any complaints?
No, it's
No.
Just me.
It's been that way forever.
I mean,
I didn't realize, that, yeah, you can look at people.
I don't know how far we go, but there's that old abandoned building down North Hudson right in front of that apartment complex. And I got them with code violations and I made them board it all up so that nobody can get into the building and that, I don't know if we can make them board it up.
That'd probably be worse.
yeah, then you'd make it an enclosed house for the
Yeah, that'd probably be worse.
We'll just winterize it from now.
Yeah, I don't know about it. I don't think we ought to do anything as far as a danger standpoint, but, then again, we have to, I kind of look at how many other places can we look at that are eyesores in the town.
Well, there's plenty.
But I know, I understand.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, is that a fight that first of all, we haven't even contacted the owners, right?
Well, not yet.
Well, maybe we could contact them and said, hey, we've had some complaints or whatever, what do you plan on doing with it? Or just talking to them, see what the issue is.
Yeah.
First.
I assume they're just holding it for land value for later on.
I think
Maybe
it
put a
was
car wash
state
at
sale.
it.
Well, Joe was telling me that the owner passed and left to the grandkids.
Yeah, it's owned by 3 people or whatever.
Yeah.
And maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to get some things going on it so it don't end up like the
We go to the code violation process, which is send them a letter. They got 15 days.
trailer court ended up, and that was a nightmare.
They got 15 days to respond, clean it up.
What codes that, obviously there's some shrubbery growing
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, there's trees growing.
Is that what?
Yeah,
There's something.
that's something really wrong with that.
That's what, I wouldn't looked at it, and I'm
There's no
like,
grass, there's not.
I was, there's even light bulbs still. I'm like, how are there even light bulbs in something that old that hasn't, kids haven't broken out?
Yeah.
I found a weedy penny there. I thought, was that, hey.
Okay.
All right, so we'll inquire on that. So, next up, bill number 2508, ordinance number 1103, and ordinance of the city of Buckner, Missouri, authorizing the mayor to execute the notice of termination of the lease agreement and quitclaim deed for certain property located at the city of Buckner. We need to move to suspend the rules, or?
Yeah, if we're gonna vote on it tonight, you'll need to move to suspend the rules, and I just wanted to add that this is really a legal formality for Jackson County to get this affidavit that's in your packet on file, and so that the taxes are no longer, we don't get pilots anymore. That means us and the school board are just gonna start getting the proper taxes that they should have, and this is what a successful Chapter 100 bond looks like. 20 years later, you give them back the property, that property is now going to be taxed since we're not holding anymore, and the tax subdivisions aren't waiting on Jackson County to get us a pilot and get actual taxes as we normally would if this never happened. So you will need to suspend the rule to move it to a second reading and vote tonight.
Just for clarification, they didn't pay a penny for the ground, right? That's the economic development is what the city got for the cost of the ground. They paid pilot
Before my
taxes.
time, yeah, it's for the ground and for the personal property there. So
That
they
they
have
did,
machines.
they did that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, and
We're
then they have.
giving them the ground.
Right, because we've owned it since we don't pay taxes, we get to own
Yeah.
all that personal property, and so it's never taxed, but after 20 years when we give it back, then it starts to be taxed because it's owned by a private company.
And they built it all.
Yes.
Just the land was.
Just clarification, what did the city get out of that last 20 years? They've given them
Was
that
it
property?
$8,000 or $10,000 a year, I think.
Was it?
On those pilot-
$57,925 in tax
All
revenue.
right.
Well, the 57 is what we paid to the
Yeah.
school.
No, that's what we got
Oh, over 20 years?
over the whole time, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got 1,800 a year or something like that.
Didn't sound like a,
So relatively, the school and fire district got the lion's share.
Yeah.
that's right, that's what the deal.
But that, yeah, that was 75,000.
That was
right?
what-
You know, so we only got our little chunk of it.
Yeah, we got a little bit.
Oh, and this had nothing to do with that, but where are we going forward as far as that sewer is concerned?
Yeah, we're still waiting on them. I was just talking to the managers before the meeting that we gotta find out some way to tax them, because right now they get free sewer. So,
Great Southern Wood or.
yeah.
They're hooked up to us and hadn't paid a dime all those
Yeah.
years.
So they got direct hook up to the sewer plant, so somehow they should stop being paying their
Probably
sewer.
part of the
We don't know,
agreement.
legally can they just do that?
Nobody knew until, none of us knew until this whole thing came about, yeah.
They're buying the water from,
Right.
That's.
And they're
Right.
buying
So
water.
they'll just start connecting.
Yes,
us with
that's
our-
what, that's one reason
Yeah,
why
we have to get better.
it's done that.
Let's
way.
see, and it's on per gallon like we do the city.
Yeah, I'd like the day to look into that to see how, but yes, we can. I have heard of going back, like essentially after back taxes, but after back service charges, that utility service charges, going after those or prorating it, say to catch you up, this is what you owe a month moving forward. Just didn't realize, I heard about the issue of them possibly putting stuff into our sewer system. I didn't realize that they hadn't been paying. So I want to talk with Steve and look into that, but certainly we can address that. And a company like that usually is willing to pay to avoid any kind of municipal shutdown or issues. So let me take a look at that and send both you and Mayor an email on that early next week. But there's a couple different avenues we could go down as far as addressing those previously unpaid charges.
And then moving forward.
And moving forward, right?
And is that something we can't hold, is that something we can hold off before we take care of this lease, or we have to do this?
I would say that you could hold off on this. I wouldn't recommend it. They would, for a lot of different reasons. But holding this hostage, so to speak, so that they agree to pay what they should have paid would make the city look worse, and I don't know what it would get us in the long run, as opposed to approaching them and saying, you haven't paid sewer rates in X amount of years. Here's how we're going to catch you up. And by the way, we just filed this plan. I think that would be the better play. But certainly, if you all wanted to, you could. It's just me and Joe would be hearing from Great Southern Wood as early as tomorrow about it.
Yeah, no.
They know we're doing this, right?
Yeah, this is,
Yeah.
they drafted these
So-
documents. You guys didn't pay from our law firm to draft it. These are their legal. We just reviewed it. So they're aware that we're doing this, yes.
Moving forward, I assume there's no problem charging sewer. Don't we have
Absolutely.
something in our ordinances?
Well,
That if you don't have water, we
the
still charge you
confound-
sewer?
The confounder would be is that water is sold to Legacy, so the metering is through Legacy. So we know what we sell Legacy, we don't know how much of that went to Great Southern.
We don't have an ordinance that says how much we're gonna charge if customers hook to sewer and not water?
No.
Yeah, we got orders.
We do, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And-
We
and-
do, but we don't know
We
because
don't-
Legacy
yeah, we
has
don't-
X number of
We
households
just have to-
plus Great
yeah.
Southern Woods, so it wouldn't necessarily be one for one.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of getting a read from Legacy? Just a matter of getting a read from Legacy?
If they're willing to give to us, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm sure they,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm sure they
I
will.
would think they would, why would they care?
I wouldn't think they would.
If not, you just estimate, hi. Or put your own in, I guess we can put our
That
own in.
might, yeah.
Well, there's other ways.
So is there a motion to suspend the rules?
Make a motion to suspend the rules.
Second.
Is that a roll call?
Yes.
Suspension.
No, not for suspension, but I'm sorry. I thought
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Opposed?
Okay, Bill number 2508, ordinance number 1103, an ordinance of the city of Buckner, Missouri, authorizing the mayor to execute the notice of termination of lease agreement and quitclaim deed for certain properties located in the city of Buckner.
Motion approved.
Who said that?
I did.
You, okay.
Is there a second?
Second.
Alderman Frye. Alderman Ross.
Aye.
Alderman Lockhart.
Aye.
Alderman Lee.
Yes.
Alderman Lewis.
Aye.
Just real quick, what was the hurry? Why did it have to be done today?
I don't know what it means for their corporate timetable, but actually a hurry is better for us because it's the
As
idea.
soon as they pay taxes.
Right, and it's the sooner getting on the roll and back with Jackson County, which as we know does not move the quickest. So getting them back on the proper tax roll ahead of the next year's assessment or December assessment for the April tax bill is a good thing. So getting that in by October as opposed to November, December.
Okay. Goodbye.
All right, next up, elected officials' comments. Just a reminder, Saturday is the cleanup day. If you can help, that'd be great. The other is the Christmas tree event in the Heart of God. I think it's at 6 o'clock. but I-
Is it 6?
Dinner's at 5.
Dinner's at 5.
Okay. You been one of them?
Me? Yeah, I've been once, yeah.
Yeah, well, they.
I don't plan on going to this one, so.
Okay. Then, well, then I'll just shut up.
Yeah. They thought I'd stop. I have a couple questions if.
Sure.
Did the fixing the valve there at Central in 24 turn into the whole north side of town had to have a boil advisory?
Yeah,
Why was that?
till we lost pressure.
But so the valve didn't work, or? We talked about the day before that obviously you got a brand new valve to the west. Excuse me, to the east.
Yeah.
Well, you got a valve to the west, you got a brand new valve to the east.
Mhm.
So you thought you had one more on the south that you had to turn.
Mhm.
And it would have just been 7, 8 houses that didn't have water.
Yeah.
What happened to make it become,
I don't know, I was there, the guys, they had turned that one, they did get up close, so they had to go up the street and shut up another one, which caused the north end of town.
okay. Last night, there was obviously a sewer backup. The city sewer line was plugged. What is our emergency phone number? Is it, the number on file on the website is JD's old number? Does Dalton carry
Yeah.
JD's number?
Dalton carries it.
Okay. And then just lastly, obviously Rademacher down there at the park, the bridge.
Oh, yes.
Did you have a conversation with them about using our areas to stage and store materials in the triangle or parking lot? Did they ask you about that, or did they talk to you about that?
Don't recall, no.
Okay, I just wondered if they
Yeah.
asked. We heard they just did it.
It seemed like there was something about the triangle area, I don't.
Yeah, I can't remember.
The county kept telling them.
Yeah, I mean, that was gone 2 years ago, so it's like.
Yeah, the county kept telling them that they should talk to the city about staging in the triangle. And last I heard, they said they didn't need to. And then, in my opinion, they didn't need to because they shut off the park and ended up using all the parks area to stage. But then now they're using both. And not at the end of the world. I just wondered if they had asked permission or if they did.
But the light on the water tower, what we plan on doing with that?
I contacted Suez, who's in charge of maintenance, about, and informed them that the light was out.
Okay.
I'll get with them again tomorrow to see what the time schedule is, because they don't know if they got branch keys. I know they got one in St. Louis.
Yeah, and again, there's no rule that you have to have it up there.
I think so.
No, not as long as it's not 175 feet tall or in a flight line. That's the rules on a water tower. Like Green Valley's had to paint theirs red and white because of the flight plan. But yeah, obviously, Suez is under contract to fix it.
Yeah, they got the contract.
I haven't got up there to measure it.
I'm sure it's not 175 feet tall. That'd be really tall for a water tower.
Anybody else have anything? Not take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We stand adjourned. Thank you, folks. Have a good rest of your day.